Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to another edition of Airy Sky Rita Lee's video blog. I have a couple things to say to you, but first I need to prepare for my project. So I'm going to do 2 spreadsheets while I talk to you all, or 1 spreadsheet, do one tomorrow. So I got a couple updates for you. The reason I'm doing a late video, which by the way I need to let Joe know, is the unemployment. All right. Now, I had a nice little message from Pee Wee. I won't go into details, but I agree with her. People need to get back to work. Okay. Now, my sister and I talked to my sister in Colorado tonight. I haven't talked to her in 3 years on the phone. She's too busy. She's dealing with a lot of crap. And, so what's going on is she says we're in a rough time. And that's because the American people want Kamala Harris to be president. Now, I will tell you a story. Chloe was on not YouTube, Facebook, and Chloe saw 3 people claim they're intersex. Well, Chloe's hermaphroditic like me. So Chloe had a fucking shit fit. Lambasted the fuckers. Well, guess what happened? You guessed it. They turned around and They turned around and are worried about the pandemic. Now, she works. I asked her, hey, so how long are you staying in Walmart? She says, until doomsday. And I laughed. I literally laughed. I loved my sister. It was just funny. She's like, until doomsday. Well, that's cool, right? So anyways, until doomsday. So apparently we were talking about the warehouse, and she said because everyone is scared, mind you, of going out and catching the virus, the warehouses are empty. But if you go to their stores are completely and thoroughly full. I was like, that's really cool. That is really cool. Me and my sister chatted, and we said, that is really cool, And, but she said all these fucking idiots spent a lot of money on booze, cigarettes, everything else. And, we talked about me. She is surprised I ended up with the virus, telling you contact tracing, which told them to fuck off. That they are going to get, they're not going to get contact tracing. So, and I'm going to have to answer this real quick in private message. I want to ask why. So one of my family members doesn't want to log in due to the fact that they think we're talking about politics. Fortunately, we're not really talking about politics, Oops. Where the fuck did that come from? Oh, I guess I forgot. No problem. I can fix this. So basically, the unemployment, is pretty damn bad, and people are like, well, what do you do, And to me, I see it as an interesting thing. So a lot of people are sitting there saying, well, what do we do? How do we do it? Yada, yada, yada. And to me, yeah, well, my sister was saying that, masks don't save lives. That was one of the things we were talking about. And welcome, Pee Wee. My other sister, Dinky, who's a moderator like you, Pee Wee, doesn't want to talk about politics now. Well, it's probably the whole unemployment thing. The state of Oregon doesn't want to pay a fucking dime. Same with Washington. So apparently they want to blame the Republicans for not offering a better deal, which part of the stimulus package update today, everyone, is over the wire on about 20 different news feeds, mostly mainstream media. Stephen Mnuchin and Mark Meadows said the deal is dead. That means there's not going to be any more money. Not for unemployment, not for stimulus checks, nothing, nada. That means schools aren't going to be reopening because they need it. Now, Nancy Pelosi apparently said one of the big key things is $200 billion for schooling. They only want 105. To me, I think you could shave off $95 billion and help unemployment, but nope. I mean, if you're going to shave off about $90 billion out of a $3.4 trillion, that would be making the bill about 3.3 trillion. But again, they're saying they're basically stuck on making that, whatever they say, unless they are truly willing to make a deal for the American people and come halfway, they're not going to talk. But thing is, these idiots are still in DC. Now, Mitch McConnell said if they come to the table, the American people will get what they need. Now, I agree with Pee Wee. You need to retire the bastard because he's too old. My sister even agreed with me. You got to retire the bastard. But we're not here about talking about politics. We're talking about the American lives. The American lives are suffering, okay? Now, my sister said today, she's a Trumpian or a Trump card, as Chloe would say. All right, I love Chloe dearly. She can be funny at times, but the honest, blatant truth is that my sister was saying that the American people are worried, and they have a right to be, because Pee Wee sent me some great videos today. I gotta say, she's awesome. I watched the videos. I'm not going to get into details here about prophecy. Well, my sister, who's a true loyal Trump supporter, said it doesn't matter if you're truly loyal. The problem is, and I'll go back to the comments in a second because I'm trying to focus on the spreadsheet too. Problem is, my sister said out of love, is the American people want $2,000 a month. She never even thought about it. She was on the phone with me and she Googled it. She's like, oh my God. So he chose Kamala Harris because of the $2,000 a month. And, she says, if this is going to happen? And I said, yes, I'm not stupid. It turns our state and our country into socialism. Literally. Literally. And she said something that made me get shocked. She said, and I quote, Antifa is making threats of civil war, not the redneck killjacks that believe in Trump, just Antifa. Now, I had to Google it, and I'm still looking up information too, off and on, about Antifa. Hey, Joe.
What do you think about the Republicans who are voting against Trump this election?
Well, there's a good question, Chloe. The Republicans who are voting against Trump or distancing themselves from Trump is because Mitch McConnell said distance themselves from Trump to get reelected. It's a reelection tactic. Fortunately, they want to distance themselves because they're afraid. Mitch McConnell said this is going to be a make or break year for the Senate. Now, if the Senate flips blue and the House keeps blue and the president stays the same, you got a catastrophe. The Democrats will pass bills, the president will veto it. If you have all three change blue, your guns are being taken away. My sister was telling me to go invest in a black powder pistol and a crossbow. Out of her mouth came something interesting, but she also told me to prepare. She also said, out of jokes, of course, tonight, because you all know I love my father-in-law, Poppy, dearly, but, I think Pee-wee would be more impressed with my attitude about telling my father-in-law where to cram it. And before you say, oh, what do you mean? Simple. I told my father-in-law, you don't get to discuss fucking politics with me any fucking more unless you get off your lazy, useless sack of shit, lazy boy recliner and you go to the polls. Otherwise, I don't want to hear you saying Don DeCon is the worst president in American history. I'm sorry, but if you're not going to vote, you don't fucking get to talk about politics. My sisters today and I were talking about my sister Cappy, named after the car, and my sister Teddy Bear, it's her name, Teddy Bear Shots, said, you're completely right. Unless you talk about politics, and you're a voter, you don't have anything to say. I had to literally tell my teacher Monday to pipe it when he said he's a Canadian and he doesn't vote. He lets his wife vote. He lets his best friends vote. He won't vote. Adding 21E. What's 21E? Please explain the 21E before I give you an answer. And the ATF, if it's 21 or older, well, I think it's most states are making it so you have to be 21 or older to buy a handgun. So, anyways, point is, I told my father-in-law he doesn't get to fucking speak about fucking politics unless he fucking votes. And then he had to fucking bitch about, well, I don't want to vote because of jury duty. Well, I went down to the fucking courthouse the other day. By phone, by the way. Didn't really walk down there. I went by phone, called him up. I call it going down there, but I called him. Told the lady in charge, because she's still working, my situation put me on a list that I'm not going to need jury duty. But at least because I have a dog, that exempts me. But at least I had a nice chat. My sister and I were shooting the shit about, what's going on. And we were furious to no end. And that's because, again, she's worried. I mean, she's going to go watch some vids, all right? Now, a lot of you sit there and say, well, let me go and see real quick what they're talking about, what this guy is, Kentucky. Nice to meet you, Kentucky. Well, at 21E, see, I haven't read the card. I don't have a marijuana card. Here's the other thing. My father is a pro-gunner, okay? Father-in-law. He's from Ohio, by the way, Kentucky. His family's from Owensboro, since you have the name Kentucky Fried Tofu. Anyways, to me, I think it's wrong, okay? And one of the questions is, are you under any substances? Well, if I filled out a form from the ATF, I would say no, because I drink occasionally. They want to say if you drink all the time, you shouldn't have a gun. If you have a concealed carry permit, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not on the list. I won't buy a gun because right now I'm afraid that if I invest the money now, Kentucky Tofu, the government will just make a deal when Biden gets in and take them away. My sister told me the best course of action right now is to get a black powder pistol that's you don't have to register and a crossbow. Now, a couple of you guys are sitting here saying, "Oh, well, that's a good idea." Well, let me tell you a story. Well, worried about the economy. Okay, I sent Pee Wee, my beautiful moderator, who's with us tonight. Way to go, sis. And yes, I'm proud of myself because I went to the online site and reactivated myself. Gave all my information to, I called up the voter's office here in Friday Harbor. I said, look, I don't want jury duty. I have a service dog. And I told them my disabilities. They looked at Grant County's records and said, okay, you're exempt. But they don't want a dog whining during a court case and getting upset at the gavel either. So they're like, you're exempt. But they said it's my God-given duty, and this is what the lady said, to vote this election, to vote not Republican, is what I'm trying to say, Democrat. And I said, look, I'm a registered Republican. I went independent the last election because I didn't know who I was going to vote for. But now you're telling me in this county I got to be a registered Democrat? I said, I'll see you in court. The lady said, well, when your records get updated, it's going to say independent. Well, whatever. I said, I better find out my vote was counted and not changed to, she says, we're a Democratic state. We all vote blue. I said, we're not all a Democratic state. Eastern Washington's a Republican state. Again, we went round and round and round. I'm tired of people telling me what I can and can't vote for. All right. Now, about the weed card. Okay, my father-in-law has a weed card. I know people that have weed cards, and yet they still carry a 357 Magnum. Okay, they won't give up their gun. They're what we call the last line of defense. A hippie with a gun, and they shouldn't tread on telling people who can and can't have guns. It's like me drinking. So I'm drinking a glass of wine tonight while doing spreadsheets. Does that entitle me not to have a gun? No. I'm not entitled to have a firearm as long as Chloe lives in my house. Nothing with projectiles because Chloe turned around and threatened Trump. All right. So to me, if someone has pot, okay, Kentucky, then that's their prerogative. My father-in-law and I had a discussion the other day about fucking pot, okay? And he said, and I quote, he'd rather have pot than rights to bear arms because he's giving it to God. Well, me, I went out and ordered a black powder pistol, all right? And the black powder, found some black powder online, I ordered it. Why? Because I'm not taking any fucking chances with me carrying about $20,000 in groceries, and I'm not going to give up my supplies for these freeloading bastards who want to kill me for it because they didn't stockpile properly. Literally, my sister and I, now, as I said before, I'm neutral on Biden and Harris, and I'm neutral on Trump. All right. Whoever I vote for, as my sister and I talked about, is a personal choice. I'm not going to tell you who I'm voting for until after the election. Whether I'm drunk, if Trump gets in, I'm drinking and getting drunk. If Biden gets in, I'm getting drunk. Okay. No matter what, I'm getting drunk on November 3rd. There you go. Okay. Point is I'm tired of people telling me who I can and can't vote for. I'm an American like everyone else. My vote, I want to make count. I've been through hell. And frankly, I'm tired of people telling me what I can and can't do. All right. I love all of you. You know this. But I've told you, and Pee Wee's told you, to start stockpiling. Now, I know some people out there that talk to me about money and investments. And I'm going to say something. Now, I know Pee Wee's also proud of me because I listened to a guy that says, get into the precious metal markets while you can. I went out and got some silver and gold bars. I'm not taking any fucking chances right now with the fucking pandemic that might collapse the entire fucking country because there's a bunch of hilljacks, whether we win, lose, or draw, whoever the election is. I mean, literally, Professor Alan Lichtman stated the 13 keys to the White House will go to Biden. Good for him. Good for Biden. My thing is, if Biden gets in, so be it. The only problem we're going to have in this fucking country is, well, not my problem. My problem is I want to live. I don't want to fucking die. So I'm stockpiling what I can now. I love all people. People say, "Oh, are you racist?" No, I'm not. Black Lives Matter. I had a guy that pissed me off the other day. I got to tell you about that. I turned around. Guy fucking turned around. And he said, when the shit hits the fan, make sure you buy several t-shirts to go out for Black Lives Matter so you don't get the shit kicked out of you. Black people, in my opinion, don't beat the shit out of us, I'm tired of people saying the black people are the problem. I'm tired of my sister saying, well, Civil War happens, it's because of Antifa. I mean, literally, unless she's got concrete proof, which she's so damn busy, she can't fucking tell me, that this happened or that happened or this happened. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of fucking waking up in the fucking morning and hearing people spew shit when they don't even have concrete evidence. Now, guys, here for an unemployment update. Now, I know my family doesn't understand. Now, Donald Trump's trying to make sure that the American people get the $400 that he's offered. Unfortunately, it only lasts 5 weeks. But the problem is Congress is challenging it. Well, they should. And the reason for it is let them delay it. They should. I would want them to do, their job. I support the Constitution. I will stand by the Constitution. If I could fight the Constitution, I would. You gotta be fucking kidding me. That thing went up in fucking price 40%. And I'm gonna bring up something today that I usually don't bring up also is pricing. Pricing is going through the work. There's too many fucking scalpers. The reason for it is we're having too many fucking scalpers out there. I was shopping for something the other day. You guys know me. I do pricing for games and so forth, and I was looking to get a on the money for Chloe. She wants a Switch. At a place that sold a Switch Lite. She said, "No, I want one that docks from the TV, but I also want you to order a TV." I said, "Yes, milady." Fortunately, we can't find anything that docks from the TV right now. I found one, right? And we talked, and lo and behold, she liked it. I was like, "It's cool." Fortunately, I'm not paying approximately 50% more because some hilljack motherfucker thinks he can fucking make a living off the American people's money when it comes to fucking scalping. I told Chloe, you might want the fucking Switch for $600. It's about 60% profit. But these scalpers do it. So I contacted a friend of mine who's with Nintendo. Now, I don't talk about Nintendo much. I got into a Reggie a long time ago, and I told the guy to go to hell. Well, I was a moderator with this forum. All right. The insider. Story goes that Nintendo, greedy son of a bitches, didn't make enough merchandise, and they're encouraging people to scalp. And now, because the scalpers, no offense, are scalping anything that's not nailed down because of this pandemic. They're trying to make a living by scalping. The best course of action is to tell the scalpers to fuck off by not giving their price. I won't pay. I'll buy gold bars before I buy Chloe a fucking yes, for whatever. I'm not gonna fucking cough up fucking scalp money because some fucking hilljack wants to fucking scalp someone. The world can be better off if you don't fucking spend, scalping. I won't spend money on something that's expensive. Someone wants to scalp $100 to $200 more for Switch Lite. Well, you can find some con artists to take their money, but if everyone fucking follows suit because of the pandemic and they're not spending money, guess what? The fucking son of a bitch sits around. I gotta check the comments, by the way, momentarily. He sits around and he's got a fucking warehouse or garage full of fucking PlayStations. Now, I read a comment where this one guy talked about today, and you know me, I follow comments to the letter. I love comments, even in YouTube channels. They turned around and said they were going to fucking beat the fucking ass of the scalper. If he's in the US, they'd find his fucking place and they'd beat his ass. Sorry to say it, but I don't think violence is going to fucking help when you're going to beat someone's ass down with a fucking billy club because you or kick him in the groin because you don't like scalpers projects. The scalpers shouldn't have their fucking balls hit or their fucking whatever. All right. What matters is you don't fucking cause violence. If the Black Lives Matter movement doesn't make a move against me or others, and they're peaceful, and I'm peaceful with them, then they're peaceful. But these fucking people on Amazon, they want a fucking retail price for a Switch $299. They don't want to pay $600, $700, or $900 or $1,000 for a limited edition. So what are they doing? They want to beat the shit out of Nintendo, and they want to fucking beat the shit out of scalpers. I don't condone violence. Violence ain't the fucking answer to go beat someone's ass over a fucking price. If this guy thinks he can make a profit and he's stuck for 9 months to a year and he's got like 500,000 switches, hypothetically, and he can't turn a profit because the economy took a shit, then let the bastard suffer. He's suffering by trying to raise the price. Eventually, prices will come down. Now, limited edition or special editions, well, they want to scalp those, let them. Let them sit on it for so many years. Maybe they'll end up making a profit in 50 years for $500,000 for one, sealed. Fortunately, at the meantime, the American people don't have the $299 or the $399 or the $599 for the fucking system. I won't pay it. What I'll pay? Retail price. If I can't find it for retail price, by the way, I did order. Not anyone needs to know this, but I got Chloe a Switch Lite coming, a turquoise. It's fine. She doesn't get yellow, she doesn't get pink, and she doesn't get gray. It's what we can afford. She'll be happy. At least she can play the Switch games that she has, that she bought herself. Fortunately, it might be a smaller screen, can't dock to the TV, but you know what? The TV is my damn TV. And I use that while she sleeps, so I don't have to deal with her arguments in the story. Now, about what I invested in, I've been investing in food, water filtration systems, and I just went out and bought gold and silver bars because the taxpayers need to do it. Hold on. Yes, hello, Epsi Signa. Yes, let me just go down the list and see who the fuck has messaged me. Oh, man, what the hell? You guys are overloading me. I gotta go through all this. Well, look, I don't care, Kentucky. Hello, Kimmy. Good to see you're still around. Kentucky, I don't need a cannon for my house. What do you think? I'm gonna fucking leave a cannon at the door and someone raids me? I could just pull a little thing. I mean, look, all I have is I got cameras at all my windows. I'm protected, okay? I don't need a cannon. Look, I'm going to vote however I feel, okay? My opinion is I'm not Democrat or Republican, but I'm not having someone tell me what I can and can't do. And the reason I'm voting this election is to shut my father in law up and shut others up, okay? I mean, literally, I already said it. Kamala Harris is voting. Donald Biden's going to use it to get $2,000 a month. It won't happen. I just did the numbers today. Weed card holders in our states can buy stuff in state. Hey, Joe, what's up? Well, we know that. Look, I bought a Kentucky Black Pistol, a Kentucky Peter Soley black powder pistol, the Kentucky with the walnut grips. That's all I need. I didn't want a flintlock. I wanted the I think it's the percussion cap, which, you know. Well, yeah, exactly. And that's why the guy told me what to do with the gold and silver. I'm protecting myself. Well, I have plenty of beans. I have lighters. I just ordered a generator today. I'm not a Canadian. I'm not a Muslim. I'm an American. Yes, it's live. It's a chat for everyone. Yeah, well, we have a guy on the waterfront that has a fucking cannon right now, and let me tell you, when it blows throughout the whole island, and it's fucking bad. And I live on an island. Look, I got a black powder pistol and I got a crossbow coming. That's all I need. I don't need a fucking taser. Here, you got to take taser courses and you got to fucking take stun gun courses. They're making it, you know, therapy for what? Well, what are you talking about? What therapy? And no, Miss Kimmy, I am not fucking Republican. I've always been distant on the Republican Party. I'm pissed off at the Republican Party. I'm pissed off the Democratic Party. I'm pissed off that I'm fucking absolutely 100% right. And before you ask me why, I called Kamala Harris. She's the next president, vice president when elected. We all know Biden's going to be elected. Why do you think I'm not? I'm basically open about it. Why? Because Donald Trump and the mainstream media has got to fight and duke it out. Unless the mainstream media loses, Biden's got this in the bag, okay? Everyone wants Kamala Harris. They want their $2,000 a month. But when there's 40 million people, Kimmy, homeless because the American people got evicted because the executive order doesn't work and only applies to federal housing, then you can see I'm more worried about the fucking American people than fucking what's right and wrong with Republicans and Democrats. They're both wrong. The Democrats want 3.4 trillion. They offered to knock down a trillion if they come up a trillion. Stephen Mnuchin and Mark Meadows said it's dead on arrival. You see where I'm going with this? You want to accuse me of being Republican, but I'm not. Chloe's fucking anti-transgendered. Look, I was talking to Kimmy. Remember Kimmy came in and says, "Oh, I'm crazy, I'm Republican." Look, as you know, Pee-wee doesn't judge me when I say I'm not for either party right now. There's what? Hold on a sec. Hey Google, how many days until the election?
On the website rs.usembassy.gov, they say 89 days until the November 2020 election.
Hey Google, when is November 3rd?
November 3rd, 2020 falls
Hey
on
Google, what day, how many days until November 3rd?
November 3rd, 2020 is in 83 days.
See, we have 83 days till the fucking election. And yet in 83 days, things can fucking change. So do you think I'm fucking worried about the fucking pandemic? Yes. Am I worried about the homeless population? Yes. Am I worried about starvation? Yes. Am I worried about Black Lives Matter? Yes. Do I give a shit about these fucking white cracker son of a bitches, white rhinos like Nancy Pelosi, who's 81 years old, that looks like she had too much facial surgery and a boob job, who's sitting there basically pushing buttons and basically wanting to get 3.4 trillion, but they've offered to come down. Steven Mnuchin and Mark Meadows, they won't give in. They want everyone to go back to work. So in my opinion, I say fuck them all. Vote them out. And I think I'm proud to say, as an American, I'm more worried about the fucking Great Depression too than I am about these fucking two idiots or four idiots debating how much money to give. That's my opinion. I'm for the American people. I ain't for some Republicans or Democrat. But as my mama was said, when we vote in secret. Plain and simple. It's none of anyone's damn business who I vote for. In therapy, what the fuck are they talking about therapy? I need therapy. Yes, I do need therapy. But I don't give a shit. If they want to fucking leave, let them leave. Yes, I am angry. I'm angry because someone's accusing me of being a fucking Republican. No offense, but I decided to do something stupid today, too. I'll tell you what I did. I went ahead and brace yourselves. I went out and bought an official Red Ryder carbine action 650 shot range model air rifle. Waiting for Pee-wee now. With a compass in the stock that tells time. Yes, I am angry. I'm angry because someone's accusing me of being a Republican. Look, I fought for transgendered health care. I fought many battles. And yet, people want to accuse me of being a fucking Republican. My vote is my business. It's none of anyone's damn business who I vote for. My business, look, my business is mine. But while we're having a nice chat, I'm not going to have someone tell me, whatever. And look, we're in a blue state. They want to force me to vote blue. In the last election, I voted Republican. I believed in the Republican values. But right now, I'm sitting back waiting 83 days till the election. When my ballot comes, if it comes, I will basically run down to the fucking the voters box by the courthouse, and I will submit my video, my ballot in person so it gets delivered, because I'm not going to lose my fucking chance to fucking vote in this fucking election. I'm tired of people telling me, oh, you know what? I don't care. By the way, since Pee-wee's here, I got to tell you something. 3 hermaphrodites on Facebook today were arguing with Chloe. Anyways, story goes, says, arguing with Chloe. Chloe got banned for 7 days. They called her a fucking turf. Or a MILF and a turf. And Chloe's like, unless you bleed, I bleed monthly. Unless you have cramps monthly. She called them out. There was like 3 dudes in a dress claiming they're intersex so they could get guys. And Chloe called them out. Well, Facebook said that she was anti-trans. One person called her Caitlyn Jenner. Another called her Bruce Jenner. And the third one called her J.K. Rowlings. It was funny. I was on the phone with my sister. My sister, Teddy Bear, said, "Oh my God, she actually attacked him verbally?" Well, she wanted to put him in their place. By the way, I'd like to correct you on something, Pee-wee. Let me show you. We were talking about fly rods today in our email. You said, and I quote, "Don't you have 2 new ones? Why do you need any more?" Well, a quiver always needs more fly rods. Did I say I had 2 rods? Or did I say I had 3 new rods? Or did I say I have 6 new rods? You see, you said, and I quote, 2. What am I holding in my hand? 3. At 200 each. My cousin wants one of these, by the way. He said they're very light. Now, another purchase I finally went ahead and bought was flies. I bought like 8 boxes of flies, so we have flies on hand. Well, I already have the reels. They're in the back room. I have some really nice Orvis reels. I went with Orvis reels, Orvis backing leaders, everything. I also got Chloe an Orvis vest. I got her everything. I also bought some fly rods, some snippets, some nippets, and pliers and some other stuff. I just did everything I needed to make sure we're fully accepting. Lake's got trout, and my 8-weight, I just ordered a line leader backing with a 8-weight reel for my my 8-weight that my husband got gifted to him from a friend of his, cigar aficionado. And I got it outfitted for steelhead and salmon out here in the harbor. Well, look, I just ate my last lobster last night. Let me tell you, with the oven failing, I don't even want to go there, you know. The oven failing, I had to heat it for 90 minutes at 400. Time I got done, it was fully cooked. You know, I'm going to have to send Chloe out soon to get some more dip. Anyways, where did she put my keys? She always misplaces them. Oh, here they are. I won't even ask then. I had to put it back. I remember the key fell off. The bike locks keys fell off right here. So, but yeah, anyway, so what I'm saying is the American people are going to be suffering soon. And we need to prepare now. That's why I took the splurge and bought the air rifle. I could also wrap it up, call myself Ralphie for Christmas. And Pee-wee will be Mother, and Chloe could be Randy. I don't want to eat mashed potatoes. And Mommy Pee-wee would be like, so, instead of Ralphie, it'll be Rita. And they'll be like, so, Rita, what do you want for Christmas? I want a Red Ryder official 650 shot range model air rifle with a compass in the stock that tells time. No, you'll shoot your eye out. I love that movie. I went to the actual Higbee's in Cleveland where they filmed that movie. I'm telling you, it was pretty bravo, you know. But yeah, air rifles come a long way. I have a longbow coming too, just in case. I ordered a box of bolts and a box of arrows and a box of broadheads, and I'm doing everything I can to prepare for the worst. We have deer on this island. I bet you everyone will hunt them to extinction. Once in a while, a bear will float up and swim out to the island too, but my main concern is not hunting illegally, but to protect myself. My main thing is I'm not, you know, I'm doing what I can, when I can, how I can to protect myself. And right now, the economy is hurting. It's hurting to no end, everyone. Literally. The American people are afraid. My sister tonight turned around and said she is afraid that Biden will get in and we will all go the way of socialism. I sat there with my eyes wide open going, yep. And I'm doing a study right now on the Great Depression, how the Great Depression happened. And you know what I found in my first 4 parts? I'll tell you. Overspending on credit. The banks can't handle the credit loans. The housing bubble is going to blow when the homeless get kicked out, evicted from the rental houses and the rental apartments. The entire housing market's going to cause the collapse of the bank system. And that's why I keep telling you to stockpile freaking food, water purifier, literally do whatever you can. My sister was so impressed on the phone that I organized with the farmers to make sure I got lamb, goat, beef, you name it. I've done everything I can. I talked to the farmers today that said they would love, if the pandemic happened, that they were going to only deal with people in precious metals, mostly silver. They have a gold nugget or two, they'll take that for a head of beef. Guess what? I got gold coming and silver coming. I didn't tell them that, but I said I'll make sure to get some now. They know I will do it because, well, I'm not taking any fucking chances. I got cameras on the door. I ordered 1 generator and I might order 2 more portable generators just in case. I mean, literally. And by the way, I got to tell you a story, Pee-wee. Look, I've stockpiled a crossbow. I got a Red Ryder gun. I got silver. I got gold. I'm sitting on $6,000 in groceries. I'm sitting on $6,000 of paper products, toilet paper and paper towels. I'm sitting on about $1,000 of toiletries, shampoo, conditioner, body wash, dish soap, laundry soap, dishwasher pellets, everything. I'm living in a warehouse, okay? I'm sitting on snacks. I'm sitting on about 180 boxes of mac and cheese. I'm sitting on 180 boxes of those Velveeta skillets. It's like macaroni and cheese. It's like hamburger helper. I'm sitting on 180 boxes of hamburger helper. I got approximately 120 pounds of hamburger. I mean, literally, you don't think I'm sitting here basically preparing for nothing, do you? Either we're going to go into a lockdown, Kentucky Tofu, or we're going to be fucking seeing the economy collapse. And I'm not willing to go fucking hungry. Literally, I am not willing to go fucking hungry. Look, I just ordered more ibuprofen, Tylenol, naproxen, inhalers. By the way, the manager finally sent me the PCP finally sent me a letter for a nebulizer. It's coming actually in the mail. They won't deliver it to the island. So I got a nebulizer and I got all the albuterol. Reason she didn't want me to have a nebulizer, she says this works as good as a nebulizer every 4 hours. Fine. I got my nitro refilled. I got my estrogens refilled. I got everything stockpiled. I mean, now, here's the story for Pee-wee. My neighbor, the one who I look after and give her free internet. You know, you said, oh, set a basket up. I never did. Well, today she came to me because she's suffering. And she says, I know you don't want to hear from me. And she asked me about the police thing, what happened to the sheriff, what came out. You know, she was looking out her window, and I said, don't worry about it. So we were talking, and we talked about supplies. And she's running out. And I said, what are you running out of? She says, I can't get the food bank, this, that, and the other. She said, the food bank turned around and and she told me outright that she went there because she saw the paper about lamb, and they didn't have any. The director took it home. So I told my friend who I bought so much lamb from, the director took it home. He says, "You have confirmation?" I said it. So she contacted the fucking, guy and said, "What happened to the lamb?" He said, "Oh, I had to dole it out to my employees because volunteering, they're entitled to more of the finer things in life, and lamb isn't something to be squandered." Well, the lady contacted the food bank because the director is not there, and turns out the fucking lamb was taken by the director. So I told her to be warnful, or she was fucking pissed, not at me. So she turned around and told me, "Well, your next lamb's going to be half off." And I said, "Well, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that." And it was really nice. And so, because I was asking my neighbor, about the lamb. Well, she was struggling. So I went into, she needed a few toiletries. So I went and put a basket together, toilet paper towels. And when I was at it, I said, "You got any milk?" She says, "No, I can't afford milk. And my kid's got cereal and he won't eat it." So I told her how to mix up a can of this. I said, "Take what you can." I said, "You'll pay me back eventually if we go into shit, hit the fan." She's me, Jehovah's Witness. She said, "Shit's going to hit the fan." I says, "I'll look after you if you look after me." She says, "Amen." I said, "It's not about religion. It's about taking care of the people." Well, she heard rumors coming down the pipe that the neighbor next door, that Salty Chloe's, going to be booted because she keeps buying booze. And my two connections I've talked to, one confirmed that he's been delivering wine to her by the case, by boxes. And I sat there and I said, "Oh my God, you're fucking funneling that kind of fucking cash to a fucking drunkard." Well, the manager, as you all know, accused me of drinking too much. Well, when she came in, she asked me. She came in and she asked me about drinking problem. And I said, "No, I drink wine from time to time." And "You got a problem with this?" She said, "No." So we talked. Well, the manager found out all my bottles are in the recycling bins, 99% of them. Well, now she knows that I put all mine in garbage bags because she was trying to figure out who the fuck uses garbage bags when it comes to, uh, when it comes to, the why I keep pop cans and beer cans and soda cans all in recycling. I said, "Simple, because I'm a fucking person that uses the bags and I'll replace it." Well, the recycling guy that comes by once a week, they finally opened up my bags one day just to see if I'm throwing trash in the wrong thing. When they found out I was organizing everything by bags, they realized my recycling system is better. But still, but she accused me of drinking too much. But in the end, the manager was apologetic. But point is, I helped out the neighbor. I made sure she was okay. I said, "Don't let anyone know I'm helping you." That's what I asked. I don't want to fucking overrun. And I frankly don't want to hurt anyone. Well, if you're on a lake, that's one thing. You're not getting your damn checks. The checks are dead. Speaker Mnuchin and Mark Meadows said today that your checks are dead in the water. You're not getting your checks. Unemployment's not going to truly be initiated. And by the way, Pee Wee, you said it. The states don't know if they're going to get money. The state's unemployment system has been so antiquated. It's from 1960 computer systems. They don't have the funding to update it. So most of the states won't go ahead and give the unemployment of the $100. Donald Trump used this as a tactic to get people back to the negotiation table. The Dems and the Repubs are not going to give you jack shit. Right now, the next calendar date to even debate it is between September 14th and September 30th, when they got to hammer out a bill for the budget for the 2020-2021 budget from October 1st to September 31st, 2021. Well, yeah, the computer systems are all 60 plus years old, same with the IRS system. Well, the Democrats are cancer, same with the Republicans. Mitch McConnell ain't doing us any favors. Look at that fat schlub. He won't even fucking get off his ass to negotiate. And the president said that they're willing to negotiate. Really, I'm not going to say he lied or didn't lie, but look, Pelosi basically thumped him one. Pelosi basically thumped him so good that the American people are basically upset. The American people are fucking really upset. And that's a fucking fact. I'd be fucking scared shitless if I got fucking thumped. I'd be fucking really PO'd if I got fucking thumped, because of it. And I'd be upset as hell, A lot of people say, oh, I knew you were. I'm not Republican or Democrat. My main thing is you know what it is? I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you what the fucking problem is. People think I'm Republican because I don't support the trans community. That's far from the truth. I've done everything I can for the trans community. Fortunately, they don't give two shits about me. The other day, the lady who was at the farmer's market, this was several weeks ago, she had a cup. She's talking to Chloe, and she was asking Chloe for a donation. And Chloe says, I like that art. And the lady said, oh, I'll sell it to you. And Chloe said, okay. And she says, I'll buy it from you and put in like $20. And I don't care if Chloe pays $20 or $50, right? Well, it was to help pay the transgendered group that's African American. They asked me to donate. I said, we're in a pandemic. I'm not going to part with my money. That ain't going to go to the right group. They said, oh, well, it will. I said, no, it won't. I mean, look. I said, you can't guarantee it's not going to go to the right group, because if it did, we, the American people, wouldn't be worried about fucking food bank giving out lamb. Well, food bank wasn't giving out lamb. They're giving out hot dogs. And the big paper said the lamb was being given. So I turned around and said, really? If lamb was given, then why is everyone getting fucking hot dogs? No, I live in Washington State, a blue state, on an island, which is trying to force me to go Democratic. Me, I'm independent. I'll vote for whoever I think will do the country good. Frankly, I don't believe Kamala Harris is going to do good. American people will suck up the $2,000 a month, which, Pee-wee, are you ready for this? Let me tell you a story. I did the math today. I actually sat down before my spreadsheets and I was watching your videos, and I sat down just to be funny. Just to be funny. Right. Do you remember the bickering between Kamala Harris's $2,000 a month and how she got nominated? And Ted Cruz came out the other day on Twitter, and Ted Cruz said something about the American people, right? Came out and said something about why not give everyone $1 million a fucking a week or something, right? Or $1 million a month, not a day. If he said a day, well, I'm just saying $1 million a month. That is what I did, right? To give $1 million a month would cost approximately $360 trillion. I sat there, sis, looking up my figures, going, "Oh my God, that was a lot of money," you know. I mean, literally. And then to be accused of being a Democrat. I know Ted Cruz is doing it as a joke, but still, $360 trillion. That's with everyone getting $1 million a month for 12 months. Oh, yeah. It was one of the other videos I watched today. They said something about, Ted Cruz basically came out and said, why don't we give him like $1 million a day and 3 soy lattes, a back massage, pedicure, manicure, something like that. Because he was furious about Kamala Harris's idea of giving money to the American people, $2,000 a month. Well, $2,000 a month, everyone fucking knows, is approximately $14 to $16 trillion. Now, I just read a report today about financing where it said that by 2022, if Biden gets in, our deficit, sis, could be up to $50 trillion. Socialist programs. I'm sorry to say, but I don't feel comfortable with that kind of money floating around where we can't pay it back. That will bankrupt the countries. And then we all have to set a new standards of money to get it done. I mean, literally, bankrupt the fucking country. I mean, I can find it for you. It's on Twitter, actually. Let me see. All right, here we go. All right, so Ted Cruz said on Twitter, says, today the Acerbic, Texas Republican couldn't resist getting in the dig-worthy junior high lunch table at Senate College. Ed Markey, of Massachusetts, Markey stated that we need to give every person in our country $2,000 a month for the duration of the pandemic with back payments, and $2,000 a month for 3 months after that, and retroactive to March. And Ted Cruz says, why be so cheap? Give everyone $1 million a day, every day forever, and 3 soy lattes a day and a foot massage. We have magic money trees. We should use it. Then Ed Markey says, give everybody, apparently in no mood for pubescent tout popping. Markey fired back the economic crisis is not a GD joke and that the millions of families are facing evictions, food insecurity, and loss of medical coverage. Get real, he admonished. Ted Cruz wrote, why be so cheap? Then the flood of responses from the constituents and others suggest Markey isn't the only wary of Ted's tireless and tiresome Twitter tips. Someone said, if you can't tell the difference between $1 million and $2,000, you shouldn't be near a budget. Have you really no shame? People are out of work, dying, and sick. Stay away from Stay away from my feet. Signed, one of your constituents. Another one said people are truly suffering. Instead of working on a bipartisan relief package, they're on Twitter mocking them. Truly a waste of life. So this is the shit going on from Ted Cruz and Ed Markey. It was big news. Oh, yeah, exactly. Pee Wee said it your best herself. My cousin-in-law said the same thing, but my cousin doesn't realize that her great nephews and great nieces will have to pay for her unemployment if the states in Oregon gets it underway. Fortunately, it's not getting underway because, well, Oregon doesn't have the money. I think that's why she's very upset at politics right now. She thought they'd just run her a check every week and she'd be good. And instead, if Kate Brown, a lesbian from Oregon, says there's no money, then she doesn't get paid. And I told her outright the other day, the Democrats are looking at legal ways to combat kicking them down the list. Now, everyone says, oh, well, what's that mean? It means that they're already talking about taking it to the Supreme Court, saying it's unconstitutional. Because, and to me, I think I'm going to say this because I can. First executive order. The one that's useful is the moratorium on payments that stopped for student loans. That's good. Federal-backed student loans. The housing moratorium for evictions is only for federal buildings, like my building. And that's, if it can happen. Now, my state already put in a thing where you can't touch anyone until October. And my manager said that they're going to fucking turn around and extend it again until the pandemic's over. So by the time that happens, our building might be sold. Spreadsheet's done, by the way. I'll do some more tomorrow. But the moratorium won't go away. 2, the unemployment thing. First, it was a big old nothing burger, a shit burger. Basically, it turned around and they wanted to give $300. States can make 100. States can't make 100. No one gets money. 2 is it takes months to implement a new plan. By the time it got around, the election's over, Biden's in office, and 40 million people's homeless. And my sister said this is the biggest tipping point in her life, seeing 40 million people homeless because, shit hit the fan. Well, yeah, exactly. And the people that don't get it, New York, $40 a week. Someone in Utah said he was making $38 a week. Well, yeah, maybe they need to get off their ass and go to work. I mean, literally. My sister did say Antifa is going to go after Biden, or I think it was Trump, if he got reelected. Because they want to defund police stations. Well, yeah, new computer systems is too expensive. They say it costs millions of dollars they don't have. They're fighting a pandemic, so they're like, well, the blue states that aren't paying the money is turning around and saying, well, let the constituents vote them out. And that could be a big possibility. My sister's in Colorado, and she said the computer systems are outdated. No, she did say unemployment. She did say that until they actually, some states implement the program and try to get the new systems up and running, that the DRF, the Disaster Relief Fund for FEMA, won't be touched, and the CRF, the Corona Relief Fund, which helps with coronavirus, won't be touched. So food stamps will be extended until then, like our state. She said Colorado is extending it. Oregon, I hear, is extending it. California, I don't know about. Nevada's extending it. So the Western PAC states made a pact. And apparently, she said everyone's following Jay Inslee's lead, our governor. Which is true. Well, I mean, my father-in-law told me I needed to go down the list. Okay, Kentucky Tofu, and vote blue across the board. Fortunately, he can't tell me what I can and can't do because, frankly, he doesn't want jury duty. And two is he doesn't want to vote for anyone. But he says Biden will get elected and yada, yada, yada. Well, he can't talk politics because he ain't a fucking registered voter. He stopped voting after Obama. And he said that Donald Trump was going to be the worst president in American history. Plain and simple. You can't do it. That's the thing. Look, Kentucky. You want to talk about freezing it? They can't, because where is the banks that are financing federally subsidized buildings like the place I live in when the mortgage ain't being met? 9 people are paying rent out of 150 units on this island. There's other islands the management company manages, and they're not paying rent. So a total of 500 units total. They all have to sell the buildings, which means I could be homeless too because they can't freeze the rent. Rent freeze in this state's been frozen, but they can't evict. The state won't allow anyone to be evicted, even if a boozer is drinking 50 gallons of wine a month, hypothetically. They're not going to evict, so they only have an option of selling. Mortgage, rental apartments and federally backed housings, you got to pay rent. You got to pay sewage. You got to pay garbage. And they got to pay water. We're entitled to rent and the electricity and internet. So if we pay our rent, no one else does. We're still looking at eviction because there's too many people spending their money foolishly. Well, I asked my sister, who works part-time at Walmart, hey, how come I can't get a new TV? She said, because all these fuckers bought the TVs out at Best Buy and Walmart. Warehouses are empty. When I tried to use my birthday gift card from moderator Pee Wee, I couldn't find anything. The warehouse is empty. Literally, they got trucks going to the stores. They'll ship stuff to the stores, but they're not shipping anything to the warehouse to my house or the store to my house. They won't do it. So I have to get off my ass, get on a bus, which the bus ain't running, and I go to Mount Vernon to go get Vernon, Washington, to get what I want. Well, banks aren't going to deal with it. They're going to foreclose on many people. They can't make the rent. They're spending money foolishly. As my sister said, fuck them. Let 40 million people vote Democrat. And when this country goes socialist, we have a Great Depression because everyone wants to have their hand out on the dole. Plain and simple. The banks, what about the banks? The banks, Pee Wee, are failing. They're failing. They said by the time this pandemic's over, they might have lost probably about $20 trillion in liquidable assets, and they're going to foreclose houses. Other countries might come in and buy the houses up on the pennies, just to farms, pennies, apartments, whatever. The government, my sister said, we're going to probably go into a socialist thing, which means Great Depression. She's already made arrangements with some people to cut out the middleman to get beef. I've cut out many people. I go through the farmer. The farmer sells to me directly, which I'm going to have to marinate Chloe's food soon. Well, we'll be going into a depression. My sister guarantees it. Look, right now, Kentucky Tofu, Mitch McConnell, Speaker Mnuchin, and Mark Meadows, the White House chief of staff, said the talks for another stimulus package is dead. The Democrats won't budge. So it's going to be on the Democrats' heads. Oh, yeah. Well, the people that have the food and the survival and the money will survive. Everyone else will be homeless. And this isn't just about homeless. I mean, look, there's people out there saying that people are going to have a food shortage. Food shortage is only because they're buying up everything now. Two is they're not preparing. And three is our states are giving extended food stamps. They should just go and use it. And yes, there is going to be many homeless. They're not going to budge. They won't budge. Nancy Pelosi said they'll come down $1 trillion if they raise $1 trillion. They said absolutely not. So nothing's going to get done. Because nothing's getting done, you're going to see the homeless population. President Trump's executive order is a big shit for the management company looked at it. It doesn't apply to federal housing. It only applies to people that are not on federal housing that gets the eviction, which is about 21 to 40 million people that rent their houses or has a mortgage. I mean, look, this shows right there that this is going into a depression. I mean, look, the federal government keeps printing money to prop up the government. When that doesn't work, then the stock market will crash. I mean, look, the government bailed out airlines. The government bailed out cruise lines, big business, but they didn't bail out the American people. And the stock market's not stabilized. Actually, every state is suffering. President Trump has told the states that they're in charge of handling the pandemic. Why do you think there's no PPP, personal protection equipment, and small businesses are failing? And blue states are looking to close down again. It's because of the fucking election. They're using this election to get voted in. And if 40 million people go to the polls and Nancy Pelosi cries a river, bloody river, and people believe her, they'll vote for Biden and Harris. And Biden and Harris will sign in first day in office because the new Congress and the new Senate get sworn in January 3rd. They'll have the bill already ready to sign for Biden for $2,000 a month, which then we go into a fucking socialist state. And that means if the Democrats control both House and Senate, the presidency, you're not going to only see a socialist program. You're going to see your guns taken away. You're going to also see more rioting, more looting. I live on an island. Hopefully we don't get rioters or looters over here. State and local governments don't have the powers. They can't act because, look, some states are being challenged that being told to stay in your house is unconstitutional. American people know it's unconstitutional. The Democratic states are saying during the pandemic, we control things. I'm tired. I'm tired. Yeah, people think the states can just bail us out. We don't have the money. But we have the money to bail out the pandemic. Republicans won't give in. Now, I don't know why they only want $1 trillion. And look, without money for schools can't reopen. They're basically worried about children going back to school too. Hi, Boom Boom. They don't want to follow the rule book. That's the thing. They're worried about the economy foundering and hitting the USS Titanic, hitting the fucking iceberg and sinking under the waves, killing millions. They're worried about the economy foundering over the people. I mean, literally, they said about 120,000 personal people that took PPP loans to keep their businesses went belly up. Chain companies are now going belly up. You know, chain department stores and stuff are going belly up. Amazon's got an idea to revitalize the malls and make it giant warehouses to ship out. All the malls that are failing, they'd offer to put it into practice and make them delivery services. Well, yeah, exactly. And yeah, our state won't open. They want online courses only, but there's no money to fucking, there's no money, Kentucky Tofu, because there's no money. When Congress and Senate gets back to session, they're going to be focusing on the 2020 to 2021 budget. They don't give two shits about fucking schools or stimulus checks or whatever. I mean, look, even Mitch McConnell said, even if they dropped it to $2 trillion, dropped it to $2 trillion, there's not enough votes in the U.S. Senate. They have to get the Democrats on board to vote for it. The Republicans will not vote for any cost measuring spending to save the country. That's how fucking selfish they are. Oh, yeah, exactly. We got to live with the virus, but no one wants to do that. People want to shelter in place. They want to stay home. They want to order online. They want the government to hand them money till the virus goes away. A lot of these people want the virus vaccine when it comes out. Sears went out of business for weird practices. Same with J.C. Penney's. There were the two mail order companies. Other people started sending catalogs out they could order. You used to have a place online where you could have all the catalogs sent, but still did print catalogs. I only believe in one company that sends me mail. And that, and I'll show you, is Orvis. They still send me a print catalog. Cabela's wants to get online only. But I like Orvis. As long as you're registered fly rod and reel owner and fly tackle and vest and everything else, they'll give you a catalog. Yeah, Kenmore is good. My freezers are Kenmore's. I mean, look at my sister. She told me the other day the reason the fucking computers are sold out is because China won't ship us anything. I said, well, I had to go through different channels to get the other freezers. She said, that's because they're not made in America anymore. They're being assembled in China. Fortunately, the problem is Chinese aren't sending freezers. So people that are waiting for their new freezers might have to wait a long while. Excuse me, I'm not going to say anything negative, Kentucky, but you're wrong. You can get the virus by going into a fucking restaurant just to get something to eat. Look, you think, oh, you need to wear a certain mask. You don't. You can go into a restaurant. You can go into a grocery store. You can go to fucking anywhere around on my island and you can get it. So trust me, I know this for fact. The secret isn't to follow the playbook. The secret is to stay in your house and only go out when you need supplies. Well, excuse me, but I went to a restaurant and I got infected. I went to a grocery store too, wearing a mask everywhere I went. The only time I took the mask off is when I wanted a beer or when I wanted to shovel in biscuits and gravy or chicken fried steak. Look, even if you said stay home, right? Stores got to be open. Auto dealerships have to be open. Auto repair places have to be open. I live on an island, so marine maintenance headquarters got to be open. People just they're not going to listen. You got to shut down the entire fucking country. And that just means the only ones that are making any money on hazard pay is A, the hospitals and clinics, and B, the people that are ordering their food through Amazon, Target, and Walmart. Otherwise, grocery stores should be closed. But no, they're not going to do it. That would sink the economy 100-fold. And by God, Donald Trump does not want to make Amazon any more richer than they are. Well, there you go. You just heard me. President Trump doesn't want Amazon to get any richer. But the problem is also, without grocery stores, Kentucky Tofu, where do you go to get your fucking meats? I make a phone call. 3 of the local farmers on the island. When I want something, I either order it online and have them deliver it to me, or I just call them up and say I want this, and they deliver it to me. Chloe had to go out today to get some tobacco and some bunny food. When she did, she picked me up milk. Otherwise, I just make all my milk at home, powdered milk. Well, I can't eat fish, I'm sorry to say. Trying to get fish out here is like trying to get a needle in a haystack. So I buy 60 pounds of hamburger. I buy 120 pounds of lamb at a time. I buy 30 to 60 pounds of goat at a time. Chicken, hard to get a hold of. Everyone wants chicken. I'm doing the best I can with what I have. Well, I have this chest freezer here that's lasted 15 fucking years. I got a smaller chest freezer in my office now. That's an overflow freezer. And then our other freezer ain't coming in until May of 2021. So I'm doing everything I can to keep meat stocked for this pandemic. Not here. Everyone wants chicken. The grocery store has a deal, $1.99 a pound for a value pack. One person goes in there and sucks it all up. Well, then you can be a cheap bastard. That's a good job that you're doing. Me, I won't share any of my food. I'll cook an 8-pound lamb roast and eat it in 4 days. That's my meal. lamb every night. Plain and simple. I'm tired of lamb. I'll tap into the 20 frozen TV family-size Salisbury steaks. When I eat 2 or 3 of those, I'll switch over to mac and cheese in the box. When I get tired of that, I'll eat lamb helper, goat helper, hamburger helper, or an equivalent. And I rotate. When I don't want any meat, I'll eat almonds. Plain and simple. I know what I'm doing. Well, with me, I rotate. I mean, literally right now, Chloe's having another steak tonight for her 3rd night. She loved last night's dinner. I'm going to finish up the steak I cooked the other night. It was kind of blood red because the new convection oven hasn't come yet. So, and there's one thing I will not ever eat in my life ever again, and that is rabbit. Rabbits are friends. They're not food. Rabbit is not food. This is Ebony, by the way, everyone. Say hello. Hello, my name is Ebony Bunny. Yep, everyone loves the Ebba. By the way, that dog, he had diarrhea last night. I stepped in some diarrhea and then I stepped in 2 piles of shit in my office. Chloe found a log next to her computer. Oh. So to me, I'd rather go hungry Kentucky tofu than I frickin' eat bunnies. They're just too adorable. Look at him. This is a full-grown Dutch dwarf. He's my friend. Yeah, I had my feet barefoot last night. Chloe woke up and I was semi-screaming. And she says, "You okay?" And I said, "No, I stepped in dog shit." And then Chloe looked at him and said, "I took you out 9 times yesterday and you had to shit in the office." And that was, oh, look at him. I heard bunnies taste like chicken, but I'm not going to eat them. They're too cute. And they're too precious. Look at my precious little boon. But anyways, I got a T-bone for Chloe tonight. She ate an entire porterhouse last night, so she was happy. I still got some steaks left. I got a couple porterhouses. What I gotta do soon is plan tomorrow's dinner, which it won't be steak. I think I'm gonna do something else. Maybe some lamb chops. I don't know. I got stew, which, by the way, my bouillon tubes never came in, and because of it, I had my vegetables for my stew went bad. I told the farmers they're gonna send me some more anyways, out no charge, because I bought so much vegetables and salad from them. They said, "Well, just throw in some more too, for when your advocate comes and picks up in 2 weeks, you can you'll have your stew makings." So you have your celery, your carrots, your your garlic, cloves, stuff like that, so I can make my stews because I bought a lot of stew meat. I got like 20 pounds of stew meat. I don't know. I think it might have been the lobster I gave him. The other day, me and Chloe had the runs. The oven ain't cooking proper, and I cooked it for 45 minutes at 400, and it tasted all right. But last night I had the last of the lobster, and I had that son of a bitch tails cooking for 90 minutes at 400. Time I got done, no run. So I think it was the lobster that did it. Yeah, so but yeah, he had a piece of lobster too. Chloe loves lobster, so that was something that. So you have a boat in Fort Lauderdale. Well, you must be well off. That's how I can say. I think he's well off, unless he left Pee Wee. Hey, Mama's gonna have to find where the pellets went. Because I know Chloe ordered something today. Chloe, where's the pellet? Yeah, where? All right. I'll look around then. Ah, here we go. This is what I'm looking for. For some of you out there, Ebony's new log to eat. This is the last one that Annie had in stock. So I told Chloe to order just pellets, hay, and a new log. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him dancing. He knows about the log. You hungry for a loggy to play with? There he goes. He's got his new toy now, another log. He likes what's in the inner. They fill it up with like little healthy stuff. They call it the Snack Shack treats. No, Mom, you can't have Snack Shack treats. But Ebony needs one. His water should be fine, but I'll check. Not too bad. We still got half a 33-pound bag of dog food to put in your bowl. There you go. You got some fresh water, Mop. Yeah, well, being in the military is cool. I don't have any problems with vets. I think veterans deserve their stimulus checks too. No, you don't get anything. I stepped in your dog shit last night, so you get to wait. Maybe Mommy Chloe will give you some fat from her steak. No, come here. Let's show you this. This. Hello, everyone. I shit on the carpet 3 times. Now Mommy doesn't want to give me any payments again. So I'm grumpy for a payment. Showing me I can eat kibble. And I work for her, even though she's been in the house for a month. I feel like I've been shafted, yeah. Oh, it's okay. Well, last night you took my bed when Mommy Chloe was sleeping. You hopped on my side of the bed. So I had to watch YouTube vids on my laptop last night. But you had it coming, yeah. 24 years. My father served 38 years in airborne. Hoorah! He also was a jarhead for 6 years in the Corps before transferring to airborne Green Berets / Intel. For that, he was infantry with the Marine Corps. He served in Phu Lam during Korea. Pararescue. Isn't pararescue part of the Air Force? Yeah, well, I heard rumors that the Navy, when you get to a certain point of your life in your career as a pilot, they try to train you to do shipboard duties on carriers, and then from there you might make captain or admiral. I knew a guy that said he was he was put in, he was a trans man, a trans female or whatever, and a writer, and they claimed that they were in the pararescue for the Air Force younger than 17. So we all thought that was a bullshit story. So we just let it go in one ear and out the other. You have to be 17 or older to sign into the military. So I don't talk about the military much. Yeah, I remember the Air Force being pararescue. It's kind of interesting. Dad was airborne, Ranger, and Green Beret, Army Intel. Spent 38 years in the service. Died during the first Gulf War. Served Korea, Vietnam, and all these other little skirmishes, and first Gulf War. My cousin followed in my uncle's footsteps, became a sergeant major in the Marine Corps at Fort Lejeune. One of my several of my cousins are Coast Guard. My one cousin was in the Air Force. We come back from a military family. Yeah, but there's one thing that beats you all, all you Americans. Even though I'm an American, there's one branch in the military that's more advanced than the rest and harder. French Foreign Legion. Yeah, we know the water's top, but the SEALs claim to be the best, but me, I still think the Legion's the best. You get 6 months in the jungle in the French Guiana. They roll you up in a tarp, tell you if water gets in your tarp, then you failed. You got to do it again. Only 1,000 members a year get chosen to be in the Legion. Well, that's extensive. Each one has a job description. One can be a sniper, one's infantry, one carries an M203. No, the M202 box. Some carry a 79 Bloop. Others carry the 203 on the M16. I'm telling you, some can be trained as airborne. Others are truck drivers, Jeep drivers. Some are cooks. That was an interesting time. Dad served in Fort Benning, Georgia as a sniper too. He was cross-trained as a medic, trained in guerrilla warfare, trained in chemical and nuclear weapons. This his 2214 file was really interesting. Now me, I think the Legion's the best. I'll stand by the Legion till the day I die. Not in the Gurks. Everyone else, in my opinion, is pretty much donkey shit. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed yourself for 24 years. Like I said, I think the Legion's the best. I'll stand by the Legion to the day I die. Their rigorous boot camp alone make special forces look like chump change. Besides, France makes some really good cognacs and wines. Cheese stops dogs up. Yeah, Moppy's picky. Won't eat cheese. He won't cheese chips. He'll mooch for cheese chips, but he won't eat cheese chips. Personally, if I had to go in and there was World War III, I'd join the Navy. Those carriers look mighty fine, in my opinion. But I'm too old. The Legion, on the other hand, not a story. Hmm. Interesting. Reading some comments real quick. Second stimulus. I never clickbait anything. This guy is being praised for, there's no new stimulus updates. Why give any? The only update I have is Mr. Connor wants everyone to go back to the table. Steve Mnuchin and Mark Meadows said the agreement's dead. People are saying they should just pass a unemployment bill and a stimulus check bill, and everything would go back to normal. One guy says that stimulus checks will be here in September. No, it won't. You might get it in October. One guy said that he got a vision that YouTubers are getting clickbait. One person just said the same thing. A girl said that we now need to put more money back into FEMA because we're taking FEMA funds to pay for unemployment. When states can't update their computers, the FEMA fund will just stay still. I've said many times over. This stimulus check might be right before the election, if then. But after 40 million people are homeless. One person's asking when the money will be around so they can barbecue hot dogs and burgers. Mm-hmm. One person said he gave up his citizenship to move to another country because there's liars, thieves, and sociopaths running the country. So one said if a deal is reached, like I just said, it'll be mid-October to even early November. Right. Mm-hmm. If then. Everyone doesn't want, I think, we need checks, then you can send their checks to him. In my opinion, we're all greedy. I'm just let's blame the government for closing down. And we're going to dread 44% of people don't pay taxes. And these are just dumb comments. One person says Mitch McConnell's fault. And 3 budgets, yada, 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 want to cut Social Security. So, I'm just looking through these comments just to see. So, one person says they're on vacation, lying around their pools, having their household servants bring them foods and drinks, playing golf, laughing all the way to the bank while the American people starve, lose their homes and jobs because they don't care. Well, that's not true, but 20 plus Republicans got to pass the bill. So, in my opinion, and 20 million, 20 people will be voted out. And I'm just let the high court to vote them out or debate. One guy says Republicans don't care. They don't have to worry about being without lights, water, sewer. One person said homeless people should be homeless. They qualify for if going to be homeless. They can qualify for welfare, Medicaid, HUD, SNAP, food stamps, and other than several dozen more programs. Only U.S. citizens and homeless one that wants to be so many mental disorders. The caseworker, can't help with the paperwork. Okay, you know. And said someone said jobs and gone away the dodo bird. Like the tax, not taxpayer issues. One guy says people get government subsidized housing, but the wait lists are 3 to 7 years right now. Government has no business supporting people in nice houses. Entitlements are for people with no assets willing to accept very modest lifestyle and temporary at most. I just said it. Wait lists for years. One says no one owes him a damn thing. And one person bitching about the president promised more stimulus checks. One person said it's all their money, vote them out. I mean, literally, look at this crap. One person said it doesn't matter, she's voting him out. I mean, the American people are basically tired of this, so they're going to vote whoever they want to get their money. That's the real problem. That's why I put Kamala Harris in. Everybody's complaining the unemployment benefits have changed. The games, yeah. People are hypocrites. One guy said the Democrats' wish list was pinned in to blame the Republicans because the Republicans didn't even debate it. And that's what they're playing on. See, all these people are bitching about they need their $1,200. One says when consumer spending goes south, then they'll take a move. It already has. So one guy says he has the right to sue the president for putting him in distress on the ground that he's going to lose everything and it's all the president's fault. Right. Mark Meadows went on vacation, so not really Stephen Mnuchin do the job. Mm-hmm. One guy says, "Oh, God, he ain't voting this year." Well, then he can't complain. You know, I would say they're all fucking douchebags. This might be interesting. One guy said, "What was that? The executive orders? Was he trying to buy votes?" No, he's trying to get them back to the table as fast as he could, and that blew up. With Harris running things, it's going to go to hell. $600 propped up the country. Instead, the $600 went by the way of the dodo bird. Well, the Navy would, but then they don't have to invest in 1,100-foot aircraft carriers either, Well, there's a lot of people that haven't got the first stimulus. Kentucky Tofu. Problem is, there's a lot of people that aren't going to get a second stimulus, and are bitching about it. The American people, I don't sugarcoat anything. The American people are so hungry for that $1,200 that they were making up bullshit stories. One would say, "Oh, my medicine's $500 and I need the stimulus to buy medicine. Please come out with it." The other one would come out with, "No, there's not enough food. We need it for food." They're getting they're getting extended food stamps. They shouldn't be going hungry, Grandma and Grandpa. It's all a bunch of crazy people stuck in the house for so long. That's what I just said, Pee Wee. If states are giving extended food stamps, then you would think that they wouldn't be going hungry. It's just an excuse. They'll lay on the people so they can get benefit. Hold on. Someone's got a question for me. We're watching. Got a question. For you say someone gets the coronavirus, are they likely going to get it again? Well, it could be. You see, the coronavirus, Brad, has approximately coronavirus has a lot of different strains now. So you might get another coronavirus strain. So it's never ever left your system. That's why they say stay in your house for months at a time. And so you can get it again during a different strain. Whining doesn't help. Now I can whine. All I got to do is open a bottle of wine. And I already finished up the last bottle, so no one should be going hungry. But you know what the problem is? There's people out there that got the $600, Pee Wee. And I'm going to use the restroom, everyone, real quick. But I'm going to answer Pee Wee. They got the $600, Pee Wee. And they went and spent the fucking money on useless crap, as my sister said tonight. Now they're racing to try to find food. Be right back, everyone. I might. Curious about that for a while. That'd be a good question to ask. I never Googled that before, but I'm going to real quick. Let me Google this real quick. Here we go. Let's see what it says. Whatever. So Healthline says so it's saying if I pass very little liquid, then I'm dehydrated. If I have a UTI, being a woman, so it says that certain thing. So I've been. So apparently I have I'm supposed to drink plenty of water, and I could have a UTI, and that's why I was Googling why my urine smells like ammonia. It's been smelling like ammonia ever since I've had surgery. But I've never thought about it in that way. It kind of smells funny, and I thought maybe it was whatever. Trump played more golf in 3 than. Well, yeah, Ike was a golf player too. Kentucky Tofu, but you have a unique name if you live in Florida. I mean, I would assume you're from Kentucky. Hi, Boo Boo. He's digging into his log. That's one thing that I take very seriously in my life is this bunny. Hi, baby. Hi. Come here. Come here. Come to mama. The evil doggy is outside right now. Here you go. See, I got a parrot. I'm a pirate. If I need mommy. And they're adorable bunny. Doesn't he look cute, everyone? This is Ebony, by the way. My rabbit means the world to me, And so I know Brad and Ivy, Ivy especially loves the bun bun. All lives matter, including bunnies. That's why I won't eat bunnies. Black Lives Matter. But still, my sister thinks Antifa is going to attack if Trump loses or, gets reelected. I don't know about that, but I don't care about politics. What I care for is the American people that are suffering. Come here. Yeah. You're my baby? Oh, yeah. Kiss me once, kiss me twice. What is it, huh? What is it, guy? You won't kiss me? So, anyways, everyone loves him. So, but anyways, the stimulus update is it ain't going anywhere anytime soon. So, you guys might want to change the channel and do something creative. Watch the news, which I want to talk about the news for a minute. You see, in my opinion, So, in my opinion, when it comes to the stimulus checks, you ain't getting any anytime soon. It might be September or even late September before they make a deal. So in the meantime, you might want to do something creative while you wait. Like focus on other things. Because it's going to be a long road. And that is a blessing. So tomorrow I'm going to have like 3 loads of dishes to do, but hopefully I can get them done in a timely manner. I've been lazy lately. My birthday and enjoying some wine and, you know. But, you know, I'm not really interested in drinking wine right now. I finished a bottle I opened this morning because I was so interested in watching other things that I, lost all time. And then Chloe yelled at me because it was like 11 o'clock in the morning. And she's like, got a mad. So I had a nightmare and woke up 5 hours later, dragging my heels. You know how it is. I was like, eh. Simple. I love Christmas. It's up year round. It's like me loving Easter. I love Easter. Easter is a special time for me, especially when I have my own live Easter bunny. Hello, Bun Bun. I like the holidays. Hi. The other day, I just turned 42, 3 days ago. So I'm happy to be alive, and I'm happy with my Easter bunny. Hi, Bun Bun. What's up? Anyone who doesn't like Easter, I got a thing for them because this is the ultimate Easter present. I picked him up Easter Sunday from a breeder. I asked him how much it would be, how much the bunny would cost me. He says if you give him a decent home and you treat him with respect, dignity, and take care of him, it'll be free. Otherwise, he charges like $100 for a Dutch dwarf. So I said, okay. So I took the carrier on the ferry, got off the ferry, met him, put him in the carrier. And at the time, he didn't know what to think of Mama. But now, he's just my baby. Of course, my service dog wants to eat him, but that won't happen. So today, we picked him up a new snack log. So he's got a new tasty snack log to chew on. And he's got plenty of pellets and hay. That's why I sent Chloe, my roommate, out to get pellets. Since I'm stuck indoors during the pandemic, I figured this guy's got to eat, so we got him some hay and some pellets. I live on an island. It's called Friday Harbor. I'll send you a link in the comments about where I live. There's a website that we have our tourist destination. It's really lovely out here. Of course, the electricity is something to be desired, but I'm talking about the bill. The bill is something to be desired. However, my new dishwasher didn't take that much electricity in the last bill, so I should be happy about it. Oh yeah, you're good, bud. So yeah, I gave him a log so he can eat and chew up the logs. That's one of his toys that he has. He has this like $10 log filled with like little bunny food throughout it, and he's got to eat, break the log up and eat the log to get the food. But yeah, I live on an island, Friday Harbor, Washington State. So you know, and so Friday Harbor is my home. I moved here from the desert. Yeah, here we go. And our county is spanning 4 islands. We have Lopez, Orcas, Shaw, and San Juan. And I'm in the big town of San Juan, which is the county seat. And the county seat's really cool. Of course, when I do get my voters my ballot, I'm going to run down to the courthouse, which isn't too far, and drop my ballot in the box. Oh, well, my service dog thinks I'm a bad mama for punishing him. This morning when I went to put a movie in, I was going to watch Robert Duvall. I love him. He's a great actor, and he plays in Westerns, like Call Lonesome Dove. And I saw one where he played General Robert E. Lee in Gods and Generals. Well, I had to re-rent the movie because I didn't buy it yet. And so I went to change my underwear and socks. And in my office, where I use it as a storage ground for my trike, got a trike this year as a birthday present, cost $1,500, and a digital camera and a few other goodies. Wow, that was before my birthday. Anyways, I went and I turned the light on, and I was barefoot. And my dog, who's a service dog, goes out like 9 times a day. My roommate takes care of it because I'm stuck indoors due to the fact that I'm one of the useless numbers of rabbling victims that ended up with the virus. So I'm stuck indoors. And so we're taking all the precautions. And I stepped in a big old pile, 3 big old piles of dog turds. One was diarrhea, so I had to get out the cleaning solvents and everything, clean it up, and then go and use my bar soap on my feet and then re-scrub it with body wash. And this morning, to make sure I was fully clean, I hopped in the shower this morning, but I had to deep clean my entire legs and feet 3 times after stepping in it, and I went through 3 pairs of socks. My dog's like, now he's getting his dry kibble and he ain't getting his moisty foods. It saves us about 2 weeks to 4 weeks with no moisty foods. He's got a refillable, and we have like 5 33-pound bags of dog food. So he's not going to go hungry. It's just he doesn't get his moisties, his lamb flavor, his duck flavor, his filet mignon, porterhouse, rib steak, whatever. He lost that when I stepped in dog poo. I think it had to do with his tummy not doing too well because I had lobster last night. Finishing up the lobster I took out for my birthday. I had 2-pound lobster tails, and I'm still trying to finish up the steak that I have. So tonight I'm having steak and mac and cheese for dinner. I might just do with the steak because that steak was literally 3 pounds and about this thick, I'm telling you. My roommate has the county checking her daily. The county's basically coming in daily by email, by phone, doing the test daily, and the county pays the bill. But I'm telling you, that steak was fucking huge. I mean, the steak is about this size that I'm trying to finish. This is about 3 pounds right there. As you can see, the cut of it. Chloe's out walking the dog, so it's fine. Chloe's got a mask. Chloe's got this. I've been quarantined for about 4 weeks since July 18th. So I've been in here. I went to the emergency room complaining about chest pain, and they did their little test. The county did it again, and then the next morning they did it again, and then by then they did it to Chloe. She isn't showing yet. And then what they did was, by then me and Chloe had our home kits come in, and we sent it in thinking the test was false while I was arguing about contact tracing. So they said, well, if you leave your house, even to go get your mail, which is up above the stairs, police find you, you'll be arrested. So I'm indoors, and I just send Chloe the house, the keys, and I go, Chloe, get me the mail. Chloe goes and gets the mail. Otherwise, we're both in here. The only time she leaves is if it's an emergency. Now, the pet store doesn't literally deliver in a pandemic. Now, I can call up my wine guys and be like, yeah, I need some more wine. My wine box is empty. Could you deliver me some? Use the same debit card. He'll fill up the box with whatever we like. I prefer Riesling from him. He makes his own. And his other one is Moscato, which isn't bad. This is Riesling. And he'll deliver it right to my door. Charge my card, deliver it to me, and then I get to drink my wine. Now, if I'm not in the mood of the wine, I can always open Moscato up, which we have a whole bunch of. But if I'm not into San Juan Cellars, I can call up my other lady. Her nickname, the wine guy here, that runs San Juan Cellars, his name's Dave, Commander Dave. I'm Fleet Admiral. I can call up Rear Admiral Aileen and say, look, I need some ports. Send me a couple cases of this, couple cases of that, couple cases of this, stick it on the door, charge my card. She says I'll have it delivered, Admiral, by 5:30 to 5:45. So then I don't have to leave my house at all. So the Admiral knows what she's doing. And if I need food, call up my advocates and say, hey, take my cash card and go down and give me my groceries, or I'll order online and say pickup time. Or another thing, because I'm an autoimmune or immune suppressant because of my heart disease and vision and everything else, then I'll go through the pandemic. Or I'll just go online to the farmers market has their own website. They activate for the public with masks on Saturday. Tuesday, if you order from Thursday between midnight and 11:59 a.m. on Sunday, no, 11:30 on Sunday, then they'll send you a final thing and say your card will be debited this much. So I just go online and be like, click, 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 need 60 pounds of hamburgers, click, 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 want goat, click, 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 want whole lamb. That's why I have lamb already prepaid till December. I got goat prepaid, and when my lamb runs out, I can switch over to lamb boxes, which is cheap. They just throw in 2 lamb boxes, has about 32 pounds of meat. I can go and get a beef box, which has about 36 pounds of beef, different roasts. I can get a steak box, which that's about 40 pounds of steak. Or I can order a hamburger box, which has 60 pounds of hamburger. That's all Wagyu beef. And because I've been ordering since April, I've made some good connections with the farmers, so they'll just deliver it to my door. And all I do is throw it in the freezer. So, and another thing I do order is Prime Pantry. I'll go online and I'll order like 120 boxes of a Velveeta Ultimate Cheeseburger. It's like Hamburger Helper. I'll get double cheeseburger Hamburger Helper, other Hamburger Helpers. I got probably like 500 boxes in the back storage area. I buy cookies in case, that. I buy chips. I buy orange juice. I bought plenty of these moisty dog food in the boxes. I bought plenty. Is that an empty box? Oh, yeah, it is. My soda's down there. Going to replace that after 6 months. They don't sell $18.93 Pepsi anymore. But I've stockpiled tons and tons of canned foods. I got hundreds of cans of raviolis, overstuffed raviolis, meatballs, a pallet of Bush's Grill and Beans. I live in a warehouse right now, so I don't have to leave. I got about 5 pallets of ramen top ramen bowls, ramen, etc. I've stockpiled everything I can. I also invested in 24 of these, so I don't even have to go out. I can mix up my own powdered milk here at home. So I'm well aware of staying put. And then I have two 55-pound bags, and I ordered about probably a good 16 to 24 boxes of, I think it's 60 bags, 60 gallon-sized bags of Ziploc bags for taking the 255-pound bags of powdered milk that came in Land O'Lakes, and I'm going to throw it all together and stockpile it and have extra milk on hand so I don't have to leave, because we're looking like we're going to be going into a depression, and I'm not going to take any chances. And before you ask, I got about 18 months supply of toilet paper stacked up and 18 months supply of paper towels. I have shampoo, conditioner, body wash, shaving cream, razor blades, dish soap, bar soap, laundry soap. I got like 2 years supply of laundry soap. And I picked up a whole bunch of those Cascade buckets of the little dishwasher pellets, because I have a portable dishwasher that sanitizes everything. So I'm pretty good. I just don't have to leave. I got 5 books coming soon, so I can start reading again. I got other books coming again, like an 18 series. I got some DVDs, some Blu-rays coming. A lot of stuff. Okay. Hey, Moppy. Don't tell me the screensaver went down again. Every time I turn around, my screensaver is turned off for some reason. Yeah. You see this? Somehow the computer turns off my screensaver now. Wonder if there's a virus in my system. Anyways. Did he go poo?
Yeah.
Go poo?
Yes.
Well, now you don't have to shit on my floor, little man.
Yeah,
This is Moppy the Shih Tzu, by the way. He's a service dog. So I'm glad you pooped. Now maybe I don't have to step in it tonight. You got eye crusties? Yeah, you got eye crusties. Now this is my baby. When my husband was alive, before he died of a heart attack on the couch. I found him the next morning. He always told me he'd take Moppy with him to heaven. I would not get him, bud. Animal control wanted to take me as a highly trained service dog. I said, nope, this little guy goes with me. Since then, I've been giving him all the loves and cares that his daddy would do. Right, Mop? Yeah, but I don't get payment. Well, you tried to eat, you left 3 dog shits on the floor,
Yeah,
including one that you could have basically pissed and pooped on our computer, which then I'm responsible for.
Yeah. Well, Moppy.
Pipe it.
Punishment for you, Mops.
You can eat dry kibble. Oh, yeah. Aunt Pee-wee thinks that you like arguing with me.
He does. Moppy, stop.
Here. She can cuddle with you so you don't bark. You're not getting a hand up, Moocher. Moocher the Shih Tzu. That's his new name, Moocher.
You're not getting a hand out. Moppy.
Next to I'm from California. Your roommate is supposed to. An admiral is a rank in the Navy. Basically, it goes from seaman to petty officer to chief to ensign, the lieutenant junior grade, then lieutenant, the lieutenant commander, then captain, then commodore, then rear admiral, vice admiral, admiral of the fleet, and then admiral of the Navy. And only one person got admiral of the Navy posthumously after he died. Now, if you know anything about generals are in the Army, Marines, and General Douglas MacArthur was one of 5 that had the 5-star rank of General of the Army, or armies. Now, George Washington posthumously got the 6-star rank of General of the Armies, So, and so with me, It's like Captain Picard in Star Trek. He's a captain, while he's in the new show Picard, he's an admiral. So he's the high guy. And me, well, I've been in the business for so long that doing Star Trek Online, doing so many different things, everyone calls me Admiral. So me, it's fine. I don't mind having the title and rank Admiral. So, well, let's see. He thinks they're going next to prison. Yeah, pretty much. I'm house arrest. Basically, this is my prison until the county decides I'm worthy enough to go out again. So in the meantime, I just have everything brought to me. It's fine. I don't mind. I got TV. I got streaming service. I got video games. I got movies, music, books, spreadsheets to do, steak to cook. That's one thing I got to prepare soon. A steak. Got to get the seasonings prepared. Preheat the oven to 350. This is going to cook about, I would say, 75 minutes or so, because the oven's faltering. And so Chloe's having steak tonight. You're going to make it through this. What day are you on? And take vitamin C. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention I have about 10 gallons of orange juice right here. This is approximately 8 gallons right here, so I have plenty of vitamin C. I'm not going to go vitamin C deficiency. Oh, yeah, I got plenty of soda, so, so I have all that. So, if you're wondering about stimulus checks, there's nothing concrete yet. All right, 350. Grab some steak seasonings real quick. I need 2. There we go. My steak's already cooked, so I just got to throw it back in the pan and cook it for 45 minutes or so. This is a small steak tonight, so Chloe's getting a 1-pound T-bone, which isn't bad. It's Wagyu beef, so let's get this bad boy opened and put in the right frame of mind. Yep, ready to go. And now I'll just season it real quick. It'll take me about 2 minutes to season it. Let's see. Make it through E-Wing. Damn girl, send me some steaks. We don't have steak here like that. Well, I buy a lot of steaks. I mean, literally, I buy a lot of steaks from the farmers. So instead of paying like grocery store prices, which the steaks I get could cost like $400 or $500 at the grocery store, I'm getting them for less than $100 for an entire box, of various cuts. Like I got this is a beef ribeye steak, small but efficient. This is another T-bone steak. The rest of the meat here is all lamb, so I live on lamb mostly, but because of my birthday, I'm trying to finish up the steak as best as possible. All right, so then what I do is this, rub it all in, then wash my hands because they're orange, steak seasoning with the dry rub. Once the dry rub's in, and the oven's preheated, which at 350 it's going to take forever to preheat the oven. I use a lot of paper towels, but I can also buy more too, so like to make sure my hands are always clean because of the virus. And then I'll go ahead and grab some slick wood. And seal her up. And now, what I need to do then is take this out. This has got to clean. Tomorrow will be something different out of ground, so I have to get in there. Do we have any more pie pans? Yeah, one here. Okay, so I will use this pie pan for later for my own dinner, which is just going to heat up my steak. That's huge. My steak is huge. So, for any of you out there, you still with me, Miss Ewing? I'm in Washington State, so next to prison. No, San Juan's not on a prison. We're on an island. I don't know where you think prison. Maybe you're from prison. You where are you from? You know, you're from near San Quentin. I hear that place is terrible. So I'm sitting down now. I'm waiting for things to happen. So, anyways, so some of you guys are wondering about the unemployment. The unemployment checks. Right now, Congress is out to recess. Mitch McConnell is apparently at home, I think. Yeah, I think he's at home now, and he wants to get Pelosi and Schumer back to work with Stephen Mnuchin, because Stephen Mnuchin is the one running things, because apparently Mark Meadows went to vacation. Fortunately, if everyone goes to vacation, nothing gets done. So I say sit on their ass. Fortunately, my sympathy is for the people that are unemployed that aren't getting paid. The executive order has to rewrite the computer system to handle Trump's executive order, and the states don't have the money to update the computer systems, and no one gets paid. Stimulus checks is a big no-no because no one's getting anything done there. The Democrats have said, when you come back to meet in the middle, then we'll give you, we'll lower it $1 trillion if you raise it $1 trillion. They said absolutely not. So they said come back to negotiate. Our doors open if you want to make a reasonable offer. They haven't. So both parties are stalled. Unemployment's going through the roof. And people can't live on basic unemployment. A lot of places don't even get $100 a week. And that's what answers that 300 a week. So a lot of stuff is up in the air. Donald Trump basically did the executive orders to get them back at the table. It blew up in their face. Now he's basically coming out swinging when it comes to Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is the attorney general, or former attorney general, and a senator from California. As Amanda probably knows, that her state. So Vice President Biden has chosen Kamala Harris for his vice president candidate. Fortunately, the reason he did that is because her and Bernie Sanders came out with Ed Markey to offer $2,000 a month until the pandemic's over. Unfortunately, Ted Cruz got into it and said, why don't we just give $1 million a day per person? Unfortunately, it doesn't work because $1 million a day would cost us over approximately, you're looking at over $999 trillion. Unfortunately, I did the math. It's like $360 trillion if you give $1 million a month to per person for 12 months. So the offer at $1 million a day, you're looking at 360 trillion times 7, give or take. So 300 Hey Google, what is 360 times 7?
The answer is 2,520.
So you're looking at approximately, let's just say, cajillion. All right, no one's ever did that. Trillion to cajillion. So you're looking at about $2.6 cajillion for 1 year's supply of $1 million per day, give or take 2.6 cajillion. Yeah, that's all I can figure the wording out. So, well, thank you. Everyone loves a bunny. Who is still with me? Because I should check my phone. Probably what's her name is no, I guess not. So my dad messaged an hour and a half ago, stepfather, father-in-law. He's like, I'm peachy. He always uses the word peachy. He uses that in splendid. So anyways, for the rest of you out there, I'm going to check my bank balance while I'm thinking about it. Because I don't know what's going on right now with the bank balance. We haven't been spending any money. Chloe and I haven't. Told her to stick with her green card. So as of right now, we have a balance of X amount, and everything's been cleared. So, the hell was that? Oh, that was the rent. What was that? Okay. I know what that is. Okay. All right. Yep. Chocolate shop. All right. We're good to go. So anyways, who's still with me? I'm going to check my other bank account for Express, and then I should get going soon because the comments petered out. You know my rule. Comments peter out. I will log off and put my jammies on and relax. I want to watch a movie soon and figure out my next plan. I got to order a game or two soon. There we go. So everything's been saved. Let's see. I don't need any coffee right now. They do have that, but I'm not ready to order that or those. That I should order. Not I should order. I keep wondering if I should order some cheese. I do love a good cheese from time to time, but it's about time I think loaded up. I was wondering about this. Keep going down my list thinking, yeah, I can do that. It's all gravy. Oh yeah, that one's delete. Already took care of that one. So that was already bought. Just yep. All right. So I'm good for right now. Anyways, I got plenty of stuff to do, so I wish you guys would tell me who's here. So I'm gonna check the oven though, because I am getting ready to leave soon. Because I'm frankly tired, and tomorrow's another spreadsheet day, so I can talk to you all again. Hopefully not about politics. So, oh yeah, I'm supposed to check the preheat oven and make sure my oven mitts are there. So Kentucky's gone. Amanda's gone. So I guess I'm gonna be logging off. So I'll give you guys a couple more minutes and then I'm logging off. And I'm gonna watch my documentaries. I got 3 parts left to go. I'm gonna watch a movie tonight and fall asleep. I only got 5 hours sleep, so what's wrong, Blue Moon? Sometimes I wonder if bunnies are bipolar. He's always up, never sleeps. When are you gonna sleep? The bunny means the world to me. So, anyways, California, that's cool. I've been on day like 30 or something. It's almost been a month. So, but still I'm taking it slow and steady. So, $70 degrees right now. No, it's 56. When I don't need the do not disturb, So, anyways, I need to go soon. You guys are always got her steak cooking. When that's done, I will flip in mine and cook it for about 45 minutes, and then I'll eat it. So, well, there is steaks online you can order. There's Snake River Farms. You got to pay between $60 and $115 a steak, Amanda, but otherwise you can get steak too. I mean, that's what I like. It's the way it is. An admiral is a term for the Navy and the Marine and the Coast Guard for the highest officers. Is admiral. A Blink Mini? What the hell is a Blink Mini? What is it? That looks cool. I want a Blink Mini. That might come in handy for me. Hook that up to my doodad, and so it doesn't have temperature monitoring, but that seems cool. Might be interesting. Might have to get me some of those Blink minis. Those would be cool. Anyways, let me check the oven again. Gotta buy some more beef sticks too. We're running low with those after 6 months. Might buy 4 jars of those as well. So who's with me? So I'm gonna have to get some more steak seasoning. So I'll make a small order from Amazon soon to make sure I have everything I need for the next month. Until at least September when payday comes around. I'm not spending a lot of money, so I'll just buy what's needed. Should email my dad or message him. See what he's watching tonight. I'm gonna ask him a question. There. So, anyways, since you guys are dead in the water, it's late enough, everyone left, I will check in with you guys tomorrow. So I will start on my 56 run spreadsheet. I'll see how far I get tomorrow, at which time I will, get things moving. And tomorrow I'll have the dishes mopped up. Alexa, set a timer, 75 minutes.
1 hour and 15 minutes, starting now.
Well, everyone, since no one's here, and I've given you all the answers for stimulus checks, I'll reiterate it once more. Speaker of the House won't budge. Mitch McConnell won't budge. Mark Meadows, the White House Chief of Staff, and Steven Mnuchin, Treasury Secretary, won't budge. So, no stimulus checks. Unemployment's not going to be passed under executive order because states don't have the technology to update or funds to update the computers that are antiquated. So, a lot of you won't see any money anyway. So, with that said, everyone, that's your video update for 1-2. I will do another video tomorrow, probably earlier than tonight because I was running behind schedule because I had to call my sister, which I haven't talked to her in 3 years. So tomorrow will be earlier when I get out of bed. I will wash up. I will have my Starbucks coffee, and I'm going to order some more of these. Hopefully they have a better flavor than vanilla, but, vanilla made it work. And then afterwards, I will get on and do spreadsheets. So if you have any questions or concerns, please leave comments, suggestions, feedbacks. Just keep the comments nice is all I ask. Please add and subscribe. Please post comments, leave feedback, suggestions. Keep it nice is all I ask. Hit the likes and subscribe buttons. Wholesome fun for your family, including your dogs, your cats, your bunnies, your service dogs. Hit the bell notification for new content every day. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for another video tomorrow. Thank you, and God bless you in everything you do.
Yay!